Just to recap what the globe was actually throwing up last night, and clearly recession fears again played on investor sentiment, at least on Wall Street. Investors got into a frenzy as the Dow cracked over 500 points. The selling started gap down 2.5%, and then vicious cuts coming in, 5% cut coming in for Nasdaq, the S&P 500 index as well. It's just about defending that 1200 level in trade, and the Dow as well cracking a good 500 points. The S&P 500, like I pointed out, it really plummeted in trade, triggering off the worst sell-off that Wall Street has seen since 2009. In fact, let's bring in Gargi to talk a little bit more about what really transpired across Wall Street overnight. Gargi.
Well, Aisha, like you mentioned, carnage that we saw on Wall Street, 4% down for the S&P and the Dow, and about 5% for the Nasdaq coming in, probably the worst one, like you mentioned, since 2009. There are fears that the US may slip into a recession, and two important economic developments that are happening globally. One is the ECB, the European debt crisis, in fact, not showing any signs of recovery. People not very optimistic about that. The ECB, in fact, buying in bonds, infusing cash into banks. On the other hand, we have Japan, another major economy, which is trying to do some currency interventions. And clearly, these two are taken as negative sentiment, and we saw Europe down, and that really rippled into US also seeing this kind of a carnage. In fact, if you look at the advance decline ratio at the S&P 1:9, which is clearly showing you the kind of nervous sentiment that we are seeing across. S&P 500, that was down about 10% from April high levels, so a big decline coming in on that front too. If you look at some stock-specific action, we have Bank of America, which was down 7.5%, Citi down about 6%, Hewlett Packard also about 5% decline. All of these stocks touching their 52-week lows. Among sectors, energy and material stocks, material sectors, in fact, were the biggest losers. Crude futures, and you mentioned, commodity declining, and crude was one of them. It's gone below the $90 mark. An important data to watch out today will be the July payrolls, but I believe the economic sentiment is so weak that any kind of data will not really suffice even if it is coming in the positive. Most analysts, at least for the US, expect that this kind of a sentiment is going to continue, considering that it is a deep crisis that we are talking about here.